obviously we've got Callum Smith, Canelo on the 19th, but I know you'll have an interest in that. Do you fancy the winner of that, or what's the sort of strategy for 2021 really?
I'll leave that to my management, MTK, and to Eddie Earn to make. But obviously, I would love the winner of that fight. If Smith wins it, I'm sure there's a rematch clause in there. But to win that fight, you've got to be incredibly in good shape, good mind, good health. You've got to go in there with a proper camp, and I just don't think 4 or 5 weeks is enough training camp for that sort of fight.
Is that right? Yeah, that's your big concern for Callum, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Callum's got the tools in his box to win, but you have to have the right preparation time and put the man hours in and go over and repeat that for maybe 2 months, 3 months, how to beat him, what strategy you're going to go in there with. And I just think that it's all been crash, bang, wallet, give me my cash and, let's get it on. But listen, I hope I'm wrong and I hope he gets the job done, fellow Brit.
I'm just wondering why you would beat Canelo and how can anybody beat Canelo in these current times at the moment? What are your thoughts on that?
Why I would beat Canelo and how I would beat him.
Well, how would anybody beat him over the next year or so, the way he looks?
I know how I would beat him, but, I haven't got Canelo next, so I won't be putting that out over, over to the media in other ways. And I've worked very hard on the game plan for the last 2 years on how to beat him. And when someone when they're giving someone 4 to 5 weeks notice, I believe that's not enough time to prepare mentally in your own head to beat someone like him, because of the fact of the judges, promotions, everything's going to be set up to suit him. I mean, what they'll probably do, they'll probably get Callum Smith out there, and for the duration he's out there, he'll probably be doing stuff like this, just talking, rattling on to the media and talking more than rather getting ready and training and focusing on a game plan to win. But Joe Gallagher's a very experienced trainer, so hopefully, Callum's been under the impression and had the news for the long time that he's fighting Canelo, and maybe we see an upset. But at the minute, I don't see no one beating him without a proper training camp and fully mindset.
Where do you stand on Canelo's comeback, the situation he was going through, the time off, and what do you expect from him against Callum Smith? You could potentially face him one day because he's from 160 to 175.
Yeah, I mean, what I think about the fight?
Yeah.
I think Canelo is too good for that guy. Yeah. I seen him, he's pretty big and tall. He beat George Groves. I seen him in that fight. But I saw another fight with him. I think his last fight.
John Ryder?
I think
it was John Ryder? Was it John Ryder?
Southpaw dude.
Yeah.
I thought he lost that fight, but no, he looked like he got some good size for a super middleweight. But I think Canelo is too experienced.
Yeah.
Canelo is the man that all the headlines, all the money revolves around. What do you think of his fight with Callum Smith, man? Fighting a guy almost half a foot taller than him, but people think he'll win that fight. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. I feel like Callum Smith has a game plan where he's going to probably try to keep Canelo at distance. I feel like he shouldn't let Canelo inside because Canelo's a monster inside. I feel like the only way for him to try to pull the fight off is for him to stay his distance and use his jab a lot. But if he lets Canelo start coming in, which Canelo I feel like is gonna eventually get into him and bring a fight to him, then I see that fight going Canelo's way.
That is the style in which Callum kind of normally fights in, though, right?
Outside, yeah. Or inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not a smart idea because you don't want to with a smaller dude that's small. He's gonna be obviously more. He's like a tank compared to Callum. Callum is tall and skinny, so his best bet is to keep Canelo out the distance, just use his jab and throw combinations, move him around, give him angles. But if he don't do that, man, and he tries to let Canelo in, Canelo's gonna break him up.
Do you think it was smart of them to go with Callum instead of a Caleb Plant fight because of styles or?
I just feel like, to be honest, man, like Callum Smith has the UK behind him, right? He's from UK, right? So Canelo is like on that. For me, he's on that Floyd Mayweather vibe. You know, he wants to fight a fighter that has a country behind him. Because at the end of the day, this is what's gonna come. You know, like a Billy Joe Saunders, like, you know, Callum Smith, even we could possibly say David Benavidez. You know, but you know, I know he's looking for guys with countries behind them where they could generate the money.
So he's doing the Mayweather thing.
Yeah, I feel like all the way he's doing the Mayweather thing.
Oh, Canelo. You know, I think Smith is going to present some problems for Canelo early in the fight with his length, his height, and his size. But I think being that Smith is so tall, I think it gives Canelo an advantage to fight him in the inside and dig to the body and slow him down with body shots. He has a really good left hook to the body. So I think he'll slow down Smith to the body, and then he'll start busting him up top with the left hook. So I think Canelo pulls off a decision, not a knockout, a decision.
Pretty much everyone Canelo goes against, I'm gonna say Canelo, because he's just that good of a fighter. He's a pound for pound, and this fight with Callum Smith is no different. Although I did see the height difference yesterday, I was actually kind of shocked. He's pretty big, but I know Canelo has what it takes to beat him, and I think it's gonna end with a body shot, to be honest.
Any thoughts on the main event? How do you see that one going, Mark?
Canelo is gonna win by knockout. It's gonna be crazy. I feel like Canelo is that good. They're smart. The Reynolds are smart. They're all smart. They know what they're doing. They know they've been working for this fight. Supposedly it was a 4-week notice for them. Supposedly, but it's not. They know they want this fight. They knew they wanted to wake up 168. So,
well,
knockout.
To speak on that point, Mark, do you think stylistically they see that even though Callum Smith is 6'3", he fights on the inside, and we know how great Canelo is on the inside. Do you think that's something they looked at in regards to what you're talking about? They know what they're doing.
Yeah, because look back, he fought Rocky Fielding. Rocky Fielding was 6'2".
Right.
He fought Chavez. I think Chavez was like 6'1".
Yep.
So like they fought those guys, but they weren't as fast. But they were preparing with the quickness when they fought Danny Jacobs. They're preparing for the muscle strength when they fought Kovalev. Like Golovkin for the same thing. Like they've been preparing for this fight in front of the fans and in the gym, so they know what they're getting into. And then as far as Canelo and Callum Smith goes, I feel like with Callum Smith, I have experience sparring Callum Smith.
Oh wow! Oh
yeah,
wow! Okay.
I sparred with Callum Smith, and technically he's a beautiful boxer. Body shots crazy. But what I think he has to do in order to win against Canelo is establish himself as a solid fighter. If he tries to use the ring a lot and fights any sort of amateur style against Canelo, I think that it's not going to work. With Canelo's head movement and how low he gets, I feel like he'll just have the leverage for the body shots. And as we all know, his body shots are deadly.
Does Callum know how to fight on the outside? Do you feel like he doesn't use his height enough heading into the like style matchup?
When I sparred him, I felt like he could have used his height a lot more. I feel like he allowed me to take the fight inside a lot more. It also was his first day sparring, so you know you're not always super sharp. It was his first day at camp. This is when he was going to fight John Ryder. So I think that he can use his outside skills a lot better. But again, you can't really judge someone too much from their first day of sparring. And in order to beat Canelo, he's going to have to establish himself in the middle of the ring, not against the ropes. Anything, he's going to have to make Canelo respect his jab and his straight and his hooks. When Canelo comes in, he's going to have to be able to throw his uppercuts and hooks to the body effectively. And he's going to have to be able to play effective defense after his combination punching. Because as we all know, Canelo can take a punch. We've seen it with Triple G. And if you can't hurt Canelo, he has the same kind of style that I talked to you about at the beginning. If you can't hurt him, he's going to come. He's not going to stop coming forward. He's not going to stop pressing you, and he's going to try to take you out. If Callum has to deal with that pressure for the whole night, I think that it's going to be an extremely hard night for Callum.
Does Callum have really good power? Sorry, man.
No, it's all good.
Does Callum have?
You know, I don't know. You know, I didn't get hit with any big shots in our sparring session. I didn't get hit with any big shots. But again, like I said, that was his first day sparring, so his timing was probably a little bit off. And I don't know. You know, you got to get hit with a shot to know the punching power. But I was not willing to get hit by him, so that's another thing. I was sharp. This is before I was going to fight at the O2. I was very sharp, and I was making sure I didn't get hit with any of his shots just out of pure respect for his punching power. So I think that he has the type of power that can cut you off, turn you off. It's quick, it's snappy like a whip. But I think Canelo has like the crushing, rib-breaking, jaw-fracturing power,
Right,
you know.
right.
So that's how I would compare their power just from what I see. As I said, I don't know from experience his punching power, but from watching his film and things, it seems that he has the sort of like whip effect on his punches that will turn you off.